Welcome, everybody, to JC Transformation Strategies. Welcome to our Thursday coaching. Thank you to everyone who's joining us today. And welcome to all our new subscribers. Thank you so much for being part of the team. Thank you for being part of the healing team. All right. Okay, so today's topic, guys, we're going to be talking about accepting people as they are to avoid disappointments. So we need to accept people as they are to avoid disappointments. Now, a lot of things happen when we want to be in control of everything. But today, I want you to release that control and start accepting people as they are. Okay, this is very important. It's one of the healing steps for your healing adventure to begin. So if you've noticed that you become very, very raged up, you become very disappointed when people don't do what you do, or you just want to be in control of things, it's because you are taking too much of control. But today we're going to help you to navigate further of how to accept people as they are. Now, I had this issue, guys. I used to not accept people as they are. From my own experience, I wanted people to be as I am, or I wanted to change people, or I wanted people to just be a bit more calmer, just be a bit more patient. And then I realized that people will not be what I want, and I need to just zip up. All right, I need to zip it up because people are not gonna change just like that. All right, so it's important to get that idea that nobody's gonna change for you. All right, you gotta make the difference. So how do we do this? We need to see people as they are and not wish for them to be what we expect them to be. Okay, that expectation needs to drop. Your expectation of others, how you expect others to be. All right, so let's say if you are a non-smoker and you're a non-drinker, but you expect everybody to be a non-smoker and non-drinker, and you also get very upset when you see people drinking, especially like your families or your friends, closest people, and you get very upset when you see people smoking around you, and you're just like, can't you change, or things like that. But at the end of the day, it's not your life, that's their life. Okay, maybe you can give them a word of wisdom, or you can tell them that, I read the package, even on the cigarettes, it actually says that smoking does cause cancer. But there's no way that you can actually force somebody to actually stop smoking like today. Okay? If you really did that and it works out, well done. But nobody just breaks habits instantly. It takes time to break habits. So the first thing is letting go of your expectation towards others, which is a key point to healing and to accept people. Nobody's perfect. All right, nobody can be perfect. Even the Bible clearly says that nobody is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has disappointed people. You have disappointed people. I have disappointed people. I cannot meet everyone's needs. Okay, so if you rely a lot on people, all right, you rely a lot of people and you rely on them to meet your needs, that's going to cause you emotional pain. Emotional pain. Now remember, emotional pain is almost very similar to physical pain. It's like, when you get that aching pain, it's like that. But this is in your emotions. It's what you feel inside of you. So it's important to realize that nobody is perfect. Nobody can do exactly what you do. Maybe you are quite the perfectionist in things. You plan things, you get things on the roll. You are it, alright? Maybe you just it. But it's very difficult to get people like you. That's one thing I've realized. Nobody can be like yourself. You can look however, even your spouse cannot be like you, even your kids will not be like you, even your parents will not be like you. You are just unique, and you need to understand that. All right, you're not going to get everybody like you. Once you get that perfection out of your head, you realize that you have to be you. Don't expect other people to be perfect. Okay, that's one of basically how you're going to accept people. Accept the reality of things. This is a reality right now. What we live in now, presently, this is a reality. Accept it. All right, if this reality is like this is how it is. Okay, you're not the same, this is how it is. Because when you have a reality that's different, what will happen is that that's going to create false hope, and that's one of the leading causes for anxiety and depression. False hope, because you mustn't have that false hope. That false hope is what creates expectations, is what's creating perfectionism. Okay, now I'm just going to give a little bit of advice on relationships. Accept the reality of it. Accept the reality. Let's say you're in a relationship with somebody, and the reality is that this person actually smokes, drinks, goes out, parties, and barely puts you first. Accept the reality. Let's say now you've spoken to him, you've spoken to her, that you know what, I think you need to stop this. I think you need to limit your social media. I think you need to spend time with us. Let's go out together. Let's spend time. Or let's say your manager is actually on the break and you notice your partner doesn't really spend time with you, or you're just having communication problems. You guys have spoken about it, even you offered to go for counseling. Even you guys have even tried to set boundaries, but with family members, because people chip in a lot. And all this will happen, but I want you to accept the reality of how things are. I want you to understand that if things are like this and you cannot contain, you cannot do anything, yes, then you need to go for counseling. But for relationships that just beginning and you're seeing things are happening, all right, you're seeing that you know what, this person is not really going to do anything much. Accept the reality. Don't get false hope. That's one thing you need to understand. So many relationships breaks, and then when you actually sit down and you have your quiet moments and you realize that, you know what, I put so much of hope in this, but I just should have accepted the reality that I could not change anything. Because in the end of the day, you cannot change anything. If somebody is willing to change, they will change for you. If somebody is going to stop smoking, stop drinking, have a spiritual life, start exercising, start eating right, start drinking water basic, they should have done it by now. They will know for themselves. So accept the reality, let go of the control, and let things be. Okay? Please don't get your hopes too high. That's one thing I had to learn. Right. Focus on you. Take responsibility of your happiness. Don't base your happiness on anyone. I'm telling you, not even your own, let's say your organization leader or your pastors or your priest or whoever. Don't base your happiness on them. Please don't. Okay, you're gonna be disappointed. Accept people as they are. Nobody's perfect. Nobody can do what you do. So accept people as they are. Accept your parents as they are. Accept your siblings. Accept your families. Accept those cousins. Accept those aunties, those uncles, those friends of yours, those college people, the university people. Just accept them. Okay? Don't base your happiness, like especially when you're living in a household and when you wake up in the morning and you see everybody's moody. You're not sure what got into them, but they're just moody. Or maybe they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, so they started like banging the dishes, which is the most obvious one that happens in every single household. People bang spoons, people wash dishes, but the way they'll be banging those spoons and cups, my word. Mm. Right. So a lot of people, they deal with anger in that way. It's good you're releasing your anger, but yeah, some people just get too cranky. So what happens is that you see somebody's doing that in the morning. How is your reaction towards them? Are you also going to be going and banging those mugs and those spoons and stuff? No. Right. This is just the way they are letting go of their tantrums at the moment. Their mind is fighting a battle. So accept them as they are. Alright. If you do get irritated or if it triggers you, let's say you're epileptic, or let's say it triggers a signal in your brain and your nerves, you can tell them, you know what, maybe just tone it down a bit. You like to do this, it's the way you release your anger. Just tone it down a little bit. Okay. Sometimes when you tell them tone it down, you'll be shocked at how it rewires their brain and they actually know that, yeah, what I'm doing is not right. You'll actually even realize a pause there. That's how you know you tricked their brain. So that's how it works with neuro coaching, guys. Alright? It's how you find methods to trick people's brain, especially when the emotions are released. Okay? So yeah, focus on your happiness. If somebody breaks a plate or whatever to release anger, or they send you a text message which is so common and a whole lot of crap words, accept it. Alright? But block, delete, mute, unfollow. Alright? Remember those things. But put people in their places is very important. Because remember, most of the time people are upset is because their needs are not met, their expectations are not met, they are hungry, they are financially in depth. So that's one of the reasons why people react the way. So focus on that, but don't let that base your happiness. Be gentle on yourself, accept yourself as you are, love yourself, pat yourself on the back always to accept who you are. Remember, you will meet a lot of different people, and accepting is basically freeing you from stress, okay? Because that stress and depression of controlling everyone is the main thing that actually brings you down. So remember, in the Bible, it says in Romans 15, verses 7, accept one another just as Christ has accepted you. Okay, accept one another as Christ has accepted you. So if Christ accepted you, you have to accept everyone as they are. Remember, Jesus had to accept a whole lot of people, his disciples that were after him, who betrayed him with money, Peter who denied him, who was close with him, and he had to accept them. So yeah, just accept people as they are. Remember, people are not going to be perfectionist to you. Now, also you must remember that even disabled people, let's say in the work environments, and you see a lot of people, remember you're going to be working with a diverse people. So there's different people of different demographics. And you have to accept even the disability people. Focus on the person rather than the disabilities. Don't criticize, don't mock, don't have those dirty habits. I know a lot of people, because I work in an environment with disabled people, and there were people that were disabled literally and they couldn't do anything. And I remember I had to actually reach out to help them, because to see them like that is not an easy thing as well. And I also know it because I literally also have scoliosis and I'm unable to do certain things, but I don't let the disabled to disable me. Okay, I still do what I can. I know I'm able to do anything and anything is possible. But have respect, guys. If you come across people that are disabled and cannot do what you can do, just have that respect. Accept them as they are, and show gentleness towards they are. Remember, in the working culture, you're going to meet a whole lot of people, but it's important to accept, okay? Not everybody is going to have hands and legs like everyone, okay? Or ears and eyes and nose and mouth. Everybody's different, but acceptance is your key to happiness, okay? And guys, the 4 A's before we knock off today. All right, so we're going to be looking at the 4 A's. All right, the 4 A's is very, very important. And this is part of the awareness. All right, so guys, we're going to be looking at the 4 A's towards the awareness side and the acceptance side. So it's very, very crucial to understand this. So let's get into it. The only way you're going to actually accept people is that you need to have this 4 A's popping in your mind every single time. Okay, so let's look at number one. Number one is acknowledge. Firstly, you need to acknowledge people as they are. Yes, this is a person, this is an angry one, this is a good one, this is a cruel one, this is a jealous one, this is a happy go lucky one, this is the envy one. Alright, things like that. So you need to accept them as they are, alright, by acknowledging. Number one, acknowledge. Acknowledge is almost like identify. So you know this is who it is. Alright, number two is allow them to be. Allow them to be how they are. Right, it's not your job to babysit people. That's basically it. It's not your job to babysit anyone or to direct them how they need to be. So allow them to be how they are. Okay, if they are cranky, if they are moody in the morning, if they are not the morning person, if they are the angry type, emotional type, like weird type, just allow them. Alright, it's not your job to change anyone. Number three is to accommodate. You need to accommodate that person as they are. Yes, they're not the most special person or the most perfect person, but yeah, you need to accommodate them. So let's say now you invite them somewhere for the family function or something, just accommodate. Meaning, like, yeah, it's your choice who you invite, though, remember? But what I mean by accommodate is acknowledging who they are, allowing them who they are, and just accommodating them. But you don't need to focus your energy on them, all right? You just accommodate. Then, number four is appreciate. The reason why I want you to appreciate everyone as they are is because it rewires your brain not to be like, oh gosh, she's so like such an envious person. I don't know how I'm actually gonna go to the mall. Like she's there, I'm gonna be there. Yeah, that's why I said accommodates, because when you accommodate, it's like, you know what, even though she's there, but her presence shouldn't affect me. Her energy doesn't affect me. Okay, that's what accommodation means. And then also by accepting them and then appreciating them as they are, then you actually let go of that, that concern, that worry, oh, like, um, I need her to be removed, or I'm not gonna go to the mall because of her. So basically, you stop your whole life holds back just because of one person. All right. So really, really think about it. Just let go of it. Just accept people as they are. So that is why today we did this section, guys. I want you to accept people as they are to avoid disappointments. Remember, expectations are different towards everyone. So let go of that high expectation of how you want people to be and just let it be. Okay? Just let it be. Thank you guys for joining today. I hope you guys are informative, blessed. I hope you guys are inspired by today's message. Thank you so much for joining, and God bless you all. There will be like new coaching tips will be coming up soon. It's gonna be so exciting. Okay, I also can't wait for that. And guys, please share the videos all over. We need a whole lot of community to join in. This is healing sessions. You won't even get this, right? Most of the sessions you gotta pay for getting it. So this is for free. So don't miss out on this opportunity of watching, learning, being inspired. Right, it's absolutely free. Remember, Thursday coaching is free. So this coaching that I'm actually doing is part of what I do. So as I coach others, this is also part of what I'm doing. It's absolutely free. So take note of it. Take it, grab it with your hands, alright, and also apply those words into your life. Please do so for you, okay? Love you guys lots. Stay blessed and stay tuned to JC. Bye.